Every day you make around 35,000 decisions. What to eat, what to wear, who to text back, which video to watch, even whether you'll keep watching this one. But here's the big question. Why do we make the choices we do? And why sometimes do we make terrible ones? As Winston Churchill once said, the price of greatness is responsibility. And nowhere is responsibility more personal than in the decisions we make. Psychologists like Daniel Kahneman, Nobel Prize winner and author of Thinking, Fast and Slow, say our brains have two systems for decision-making. System 1, fast, automatic, emotional. System 2, slow, logical, deliberate. Example, you're driving and a child runs into the road. You slam the brakes instantly. That's System 1. Later, you decide which insurance company to call. That's System 2. The problem? We rely on fast, emotional System 1 more often than we think, even when logic should lead. Let's face it, emotions drive decisions more than facts. Think about buying a car. You might tell yourself you're looking at fuel efficiency or safety ratings. But if you sit in a car and think, wow, I look amazing in this, chances are that's the one you'll pick. Neuroscientist Antonio Damasio studied patients with brain damage in emotional centers. They could list pros and cons perfectly, but couldn't decide at all. Maya Angelou once said, "People will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel." Our choices follow the same rule. Our brains use shortcuts called cognitive biases, and they often lead us astray. A few powerful ones. Confirmation bias. We search for evidence that supports what we already believe. Anchoring bias. The first piece of information we see heavily influences us, like the first price on a car listing. Availability bias. We judge things based on what's easiest to recall. Hear about a plane crash? Suddenly flying feels more dangerous than driving, even though it isn't. These biases help us make decisions fast, but not always smart. You'd think more options mean better decisions, right? Not exactly. Psychologist Barry Schwartz calls it the paradox of choice. Example. In a study, people were shown 24 flavors of jam at a supermarket. They loved sampling them, but very few bought any. When shown only 6 flavors, they were 10 times more likely to actually buy. Too many choices overwhelm us, increase anxiety, and often leave us less satisfied with what we pick. As Nelson Mandela said, "May your choices reflect your hopes, not your fears." But endless options often reflect our fears of missing out. Here's something we don't like to admit. Many of our decisions aren't ours at all. We're influenced by peers. Ever bought something just because your friends had it? Authority. Milgram's experiments showed people obeying instructions even when they went against morality. Social proof. Reviews, likes, follow accounts all sway us. Why does a restaurant look more appealing when there's already a line outside? Because our brain says, if others like it, it must be good. As Eleanor Roosevelt put it, do what you feel in your heart to be right, for you'll be criticized anyway. But most of us let society's voice shape our choices. Luckily, decision-making is a skill you can sharpen. Pause before acting. Give System 2 a chance to step in. Set priorities. Not every choice deserves equal weight. Limit options. Fewer choices equals clearer thinking. Consider long term. Ask, will this matter in a week, a year, or 10 years? Seek outside views. Talk to people who don't agree with you. They reveal blind spots. As philosopher Soren Kierkegaard said, life can only be understood backwards, but it must be lived forwards. Smart decisions come from reflection, not impulse. Decision-making is at the core of being human. From the trivial to the life-changing, every choice shapes who we become. We are emotional creatures, influenced by biases, by society, and by the sheer number of options. But with awareness, we can choose better. Because in the end, life isn't about making the perfect decision. It's about making a decision, learning from it, and moving forward. So the next time you face a choice, big or small, pause, breathe, and ask yourself, am I deciding out of fear, habit, or hope? Because your future is simply a collection of the choices you make today.